Hi, my name is Irina. Welcome to my channel and my gigantic book of ideas. I think this is volume 5. Okay. And I made mistakes. I just noticed I didn't see before, and I might need to redo the stitching, the sewing. I will redo, but not now. I still want to share it and put it away for now because I'm done and I have been working on it for a long time. I made a jeans cover again. It's like a third time, I believe, I'm making a jeans cover. I'm enjoying this because, you know, I can just do whatever I want to do and I put it on top and I just love it. You see, it's just my husband's jeans. And then here I wanted to remember that you can actually just put a picture here. I would though put something on top of it and let it dry, like I don't know, maybe some crystal glaze if it's to give to somebody and use, because this picture is very thin and it could rip. And I also put one of my own embroidery on it, and it said follow your heart because first I wanted to make a nice pretty cover and I'm like, I hate making covers, so I followed my heart and I did make a cover. And here on the inside I also put a little picture in, and there was the jeans. It was not enough. Oh no, this one was ripped, so I just put another piece of jeans on top. And then here you see this was not enough fabric here, so I put another piece on top, and I left this because I kind of like it. You can put stuff in there if you wanted to, you know. But the very big mistake will come after I show you my first signature. Okay, I have sewn the other signatures the wrong way around. So these are just collected ideas from all over the place. Okay, they are not my own, most of them. I just collected them, and I have a video on every idea in my playlist, gigantic book of ideas, on every idea from all 5 books. Okay, let's start out. This is one of the ideas, to just put lace here and have it as a pocket. And then this is another idea. I remember this one was from oh no, I don't remember anymore. Okay, I forgot. But this is just a letter or a folded piece of paper that does look like a letter. So I don't remember. If I remembered where the idea was from, I probably said it in the video I was making this, you know. So look for that one if you need to. Then here, very cool, an idea for a safety pin that you can just actually put on there and hang a couple things from that. There is my tea bag pocket, so you can just glue it here and it makes a little tiny pocket here. So I love it. I love every idea in this book, you know. This is for me to just know how to decorate an envelope if I wanted to, and you know, just packaging, reused packaging to make this. It's just some ideas for things that I have around me, but I don't use. I love this one. I'm not gonna open it because it has a pin, but hold on, is there? No, there's nothing in there. It's just an envelope made from jeans, so you can stick stuff in there, but I'm not gonna open it. My hands, it's gonna take me too long to close. And this is another idea. I love it. This is just a printable, and I have stitched lines and then just glued some flowers on top. I think it looks beautiful. Then here is one where you open it up and it's kind of a trifold. Do you see it like that? You see? You can make it with normal paper, with printable, with cardstock, whatever you want to. I don't want to take too much time for everything, but hopefully we will be done in a bit. I love this one. This is just from a magazine, and this opens up as well. Oh, I have sewn. See, I didn't double check, but I have sewn a little thread inside. And then it has space to write as well here. All these papers I made myself, of course. We all know that. I make all the pretty papers. I love this idea because I have a few images that are big from magazines. Now, this is an idea where you just make a little mail thingy. You know, it's just an envelope and a piece, like a letter and a picture, and it's like a bundle, and I love that. And I put a little bit of my, I love this as decoration. This is just decoration. This is nothing more. and an idea for watercolors, and I made it into a pocket just in case I wanted to put something there. But this is very easy. I can't, I'm not an artist, so I cannot watercolor, not really. So I looked up the easy ones that make me feel good, and this is one of those. Then here is one where somebody, and now I can't unsee it. Somebody told me it looks like a fish, so now I can't unsee it. But it's actually a flower. A flower I dried, and then I put it on a piece of plastic, and I put crystal glaze on top and hot glue gun. But, you know, I don't need to explain everything, right? Because everything is in the playlist, like I said. So this one is like a belly band that holds a card. Just a card, and then you can undo it here on top. Whoa! And you can lose whatever you used to put there. Oh man, hold on. Believe it or not, I found it on the floor, and you can undo it if you wanted to. You know, it's just a little. I like interactive stuff, so to me, it's kind of, I don't know. I just wanna. You can write, and then you can put everything back in, and the butterflies on top, and you know. I just like things like that. It's what I like to do. And Alexa is going to remind me to do something. Oh yeah, she wants me to do groceries. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Turn this. Okay, I think we're good, right? Right. So this is, oh, this was clipped on here as well. This is just an idea to keep your envelope shut. One of these, you know, that you undo in a long journaling spot. And it was stuck here as well. This is one of the envelopes, and it opens up like this. And then this one, I believe, is a pocket. I need to get a little card, I think, just so I can show you what's a pocket. This is a pocket. This is just how to reuse the envelopes you got, you know. And a little drawing that I did myself, but I put it in there because I want to remember that I can make marks and stuff on, you know, watercolor drawings if I wanted to. That's another envelope that I had. I don't know, I got it from somebody. But if you open this up like that, you can stick a lot of stuff in there. So I liked it. And I really wanted to remember how to do that. All of it I like, and I want to remember. This is another tea bag that I used. I just decoupaged it on top. And underneath are a couple butterflies. But I didn't have the tea bag tag anymore, so I made my own. There is a 1, 2, I believe this is one, no, 3, and hold on, 1, 2, 3. 3 pockets, and the journaling spot is in here. I believe there should be 4 pockets, but hey, whatever. I need to turn everything off here because it interferes with my computer. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, I have one clipped here and one, okay. There's a dress. I wanted to remember to decorate it. And if you attach it on the bottom, it becomes a little pocket for something. And it's stuck in a pocket from an envelope, junk mail envelope flip, which I like. And then this one opens up, so there is extra paper for you to go on. Like, I don't know, glue something on top or write something or whatever. Decoupaged white part of the napkin. Wanted to remember that one because it's kind of, you know, it kind of flows with everything else. And another thing, I don't know, it's a tag, I guess, but there are so many things to remember. For me, it's a lot. It's like to use sequins, to use beads, to use this ruffle, to use the flowers, you know, it's a big, like, I don't know the English word, when you, big collection, I guess, of different things that I want to remember. And here, this is the side decoration. I just recently saw a video. I wanted to remember that I have the stamp. But this is just on packaging paper. So, of course, I want to remember that, right? And acetate pocket that goes up. And then you can stick something in there. This is the second part of the envelope, the flap. And I have never thought about just gluing another piece of paper on there. So I did, you know, just the writing spot. Then this is folded up piece of paper, just one, you know, long strip, and it makes 2 pockets. And then I glue something on top and it makes 3 pockets. and 4 pockets, you know. This one makes 3 pockets and something on top. It makes 4 pockets. And I put my own little stamped flower on there. This is a belly band, but it has, whoop, look here. You can stick something in there and it's kind of like nobody's gonna know, you know. I love that. This is a decoration for a letter. This is very thin. I wanted to remember that you can actually punch and you can put a ribbon or whatever in there and it decorates it, right? There are so many ideas that are so simple but decorative. Here, see, I made another pocket with one of those that I showed you in the beginning here. But this one is, it only has 2 flowers. You can also just put like black dots on top and it looks good. And this is another junk mail envelope. Wanted to remember that you can just kind of fold it around of a pretty card, so the pretty card is kind of still visible. And I made it a shaker because I like shakers, whatever. And here you will get like a little tiny journaling spot, and you will get a pocket where you can journal, you know. So I liked it, I really did. And I put 2 of these in here because I have so many. I have a lot of them, so I put 2 in here. Okay, this one I made, I think this was the last piece I made for this journal, but it is just with a die cut. I cut a slit. I don't know, it's not really a slit. I die cut it almost till the end, but not quite till the end. And then if you put a picture there, you can see, right? It looks like a frame. And this is for me to remember that I can make a very simple pocket out of a book page, you know, and not worry about it. Oh, this one, I made a watercolor. I wanted to say painting, but it's really not. And you can just flip it over the page and you get this short belly band. And on the other side, hold on, let me stick this back in. On the other side, you get like another belly band, okay? Here I'm remembering that I can actually use random pieces of plastic just to decorate something. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. And if you stick it in, it's just a little decoration, right? And the doodling that I made, I learned from somebody. I don't remember anymore, but I think I said in my video. And then there is a waterfall writing spot / pocket thingy from junk mail envelopes. That's like the most important thing to me. Junk mail envelopes I need to use up. And it's like a waterfall. It goes down, down, down. So you can write a lot. And you can use up all the different backings from your junk mail envelopes if you use the windows prior to that. Then here I have like a hidden spot for a very big journaling spot. You know, you can just undo it. It's half a page, I believe, but you can put the full page in there. And this is a belly band, you know, and then you can just stick whatever you want in there, and it's kind of not visible. Here I wanted to remember a very simple decoration for your page. You can cut out hearts or something else. You can put flowers, you can put cats or dogs or whatever you want to put there. You can. Now I have a lot of these, and I wanted to remember that you can use tabs to actually, you know, make something where you can turn and turn and turn. So I have 3 of them, and if I stick them into the bottom tab, it becomes a pocket. See? So now it's a pocket for a flower that I drew myself, and I got the idea from another channel as well. And this one is a pocket here, and I only made it a pocket because I needed something to be stuck. This, I wanted to remember that you can actually just use some leftover fabric or whatever it is you used, lace, and then you put an eyelet in there and you hang it from the side of your journal. A little embroidery on paper. Remember, you can embroider on paper, okay? And now you will see something. Well, you will not notice this way, but I will show you in a bit. I have to redo this. I don't even know how it happened. However, waterfall, we all know this one, but this holds it shut. I don't like things, you know, like going like this if you turn stuff, because then if you turn something else, they might get like, I don't know, folded up, and I just don't like. And this one is a very easy closure for them. You know, you just glue something on the bottom and glue a strip of cardstock or whatever on top, and it holds it all together. Now this thing, I checked and double checked, and still I managed to do it the wrong way around. But then again, it's not all wrong way around. Half of this is the right way around. So that's funny, but I'm going to turn it this way. You see? I have to undo it, but I can't do it now because I don't like making covers and sewing signatures. So I need a couple days until I can get over it, okay? I wanted to remember that you can glue sew pictures next, like, you see, underneath, it's a space. You can put a piece of paper or whatever, and I have just sewn them. And it looks a little more interactive, you know, if you have your own pictures, or you can put like botanicals or whatever on there. I think it looks interactive. And then here, just decorative piece, serves no purpose. This one becomes a pocket, but I just stuck some needles in there. If you have some prettier needles, so you can make them, I can't. They were sent to me, so I'm not gonna put them in my book of ideas. You can do pretty needles in there, right? But this is just for me to remember. And then this one is also for me to remember that you can just frame a picture and hang it. And I just made this pocket so it doesn't flip-flop around. I don't know, I just don't like it. Love this one. This are just stamps with a little bit of distress ink, and I have cross-stitched on them, and then you staple them together and it becomes a belly band. See? But I just love this. And I wanted to remember that I can actually use a bag in here if I wanted to. I can put stuff right in there. Did I put anything right in there? I don't think so. But I could if I wanted to. And this is my big die. I also want to remember that I can do stuff. Oh, look, I put like little hangers from here. And then this can be a pocket, but you can also kind of decorate on top of it and put a little bow there or whatever. Just things that I don't think about. Now here, there's a rip, and I put a picture in there and some thread and, you know, some hanging hearts. It's very pretty. This is another tea bag, and this is like a belly band here. I have beads. I love it. I love it. It's so different. You know, for some time I love to use beads, and now I love to do that and to do that. This is a principle, but I made this, and you will see, this matches up with the pictures here, which I like. That was the idea. This is another idea I saw on a channel, Boyhood Art, and then I drew it myself. She drew flowers like this, and I just love them. And if you turn it, the principle kind of becomes, you see, flower, butterflies. I love it. So I just put the page there. This is the same flower but bigger. Still remembering that. You can put different pictures in there, right? So it doesn't have to be like this. Okay, now this is like a gallery of pictures, and I want to remember that this is watercoloring, and it's so easy. You can do it too. So I want to remember this one. Now we come to the spot where this is upside down again, and whenever I was looking through the book, I was just thinking, what did I do there? I put half of the signature this way around, half of the signature that way around, and when I was sewing it in, I only went by this half. So I opened it up and I went by this half. It was funny. Look, because it goes like this. Now this is upside down. Whatever, I'm gonna have to redo it, but not right now. This is just a pocket from a book page. Look, this is like, you can slide in, and this becomes a pocket. I love it. This I made from packaging, from Joann's, I believe, and it's just love notes. You can just, hold on. Oh yeah, it's stapled there. It's just little notes, not really love notes, but little note, I don't know, matchbook. And I just liked it because I made it from packaging, and I like making things from packaging, okay? Here, I just want to remember to distress like this, so it gives like kind of a background, and decorate corners with flowers, for example, which I never think about. Then this one was a ghost pocket, actually, and the original one was made with the same like colorful paper, so it matched up completely. But because I printed wrong and I didn't want to redo it, I figured, you know what, we can also make like half-half. I think half-half would work, and it does. It matches up here with the you see, with the leaves, and it kind of goes down and becomes black. I like that. I kind of like that. And on the other side, I have sewn pictures to a piece of fabric. You see, you can sew it to the page and it will become a belly band, or you can just have it like flopping around like this. not my favorite thing to have things flopping around, but I kind of like it as well. So I don't know, or maybe put just a Velcro here or something. I don't know, so it doesn't move. Now another little envelope, and I wanted to remember that you can glue them as pockets and then hang charms from them. So this is just your normal envelope, right? And it has the little card, and then you close it and the charm kind of moves it downwards so it doesn't open up too much, and you just glue it as a pocket as well. I know that this is a card that you can get out, but my fingers don't know. So this is just like that. This is actually just acetate in between two pages, or in between this cardstock and the page, and there are dried flowers in there, and I liked it so much, you know, I really do. I like it a lot. So this is, and then if you have something in the background that is pretty, it's even better. This is a card I made from a paint swatch thing, you know, you get at the store, at Home Depot or whatever. And then I just wanted to remember, don't pay attention to his eye, because I'll put it right through his eye. I wanted to remember that you can actually put stuff on there, you know, like you can use some beads and then you can just randomly stitch on it, just not through the eye. And then you can hang stuff from it, you know, and it's just decorative. I like to use up things, like to recycle things. No, this is still okay. Okay. Here, I wanted to remember to just make a little layout with stuff you have and flowers. I don't know how to use Tim Holtz flowers. And my own self-made, handmade washi tape. And I put a piece here so I remember that it is actually washi tape, you know. So I keep a piece here extra, like that. And I do have another envelope. Remember that you can actually glue flowers upside down if you wanted to. Then I made a vase and I put flowers here. You know, kind of flowers in a vase. I love it. I just took a piece of paper and I cut out a vase, you know. And then here, kind of similar to the other one, but it's smaller and it's a little different, you see. You can just stick it here and you use some brads to hold it. And it just looks amazing. Another little watercolor painting that I want to remember to do. I think if I see it, I might remember how to do stuff. That's how I think, at least. Then this one is a belly band with, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 envelopes. It's a belly band on its own. And then each envelope opens up and you can put things in the envelope. And then the prior envelope holds it shut, if that makes sense. Now this one and this one just got a little piece of paper across to hold it shut. And you just push it in there. But everything else, the prior envelope holds it shut. I love this idea. Okay, then here, this is the envelope flap. And this is just like some puzzled, I would say, this is a puzzled pocket. Okay, this is a big one. But you can just use this flap from your envelope and add more things. Like in the other, in this signature, I showed you that you can add a piece of paper. You could also like add things, ephemera or just leftover cardstock or whatever, and make a big pocket out of it. I love this one. Those are just flowers from lace, made from lace and fabric. Very old sheet of my husband's that I coffee dyed, you know, and I just stuck another piece of paper here, and this is just strips of paper. I love this flower. This is my very own rusted, I don't know what you call it. I really don't know. I don't know what you call it. I do not know. And for me to remember that you can put papers on there. See, here. There's papers. So, an envelope. What about you? Oh, I wanted to remember that you can use the envelope and you can put your own wax seal on top. That will hold it kind of a little bit shut. This is printable as well, but also I put the flower. I don't know if you can tell, but it's visible. It pops up because I cut it out and I put it on cardstock and then I glued it on this. And it just stands up. A little folded over embossed piece of paper that becomes, you fold a corner over, I think it looks amazing, and it becomes a pocket. And I wanted to remember that you can laminate, use your laminated stuff, and then put some paper on top, and you will have a tag. I've never thought about that. I haven't. And then I saw somebody doing that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is just amazing. And now we cannot look at this one because it will start upside down. This is just a teeny tiny envelope, and I wanted to remember to make envelopes in a size where you can put a postage stamp in. You know, it's just cute. This is just sewn on the side. That's what I wanted to remember. But I made this so it doesn't flip-flop around. You know, you can just make little things like that, and it becomes kind of part of your journal, but it also helps things to stay in where they belong, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And I'm gonna flip this because now we go from this side. How amazing is that? See, I have taken this a couple pages and I have sewn them together, and then I have sewn these pages together with my sewing machine, so they just stay in place. And whenever I was sewing it in, I just went by this. I didn't double check the other. I was laughing so hard. I'm still laughing at myself. This is just a junk mail envelope. I want to remember to make it the inside out, basically, and it looks just as pretty, if not even prettier. You don't have to decorate it because it's decorated already, right? I love the insides of the envelopes. So there is that. This is from Boring Hood Art as well. I wanted to remember to just decorate. It's so simple. You just draw this. And this one I have stitched on top. Oh, that's why I glued this on top too, because there was stitching visible. And you can just cut little triangles and put on your pictures, and it becomes like framed a little bit. So those are just little things that I want to remember. I think I want to remember this sentence I said like 200,000 times probably. There is something on it, like, there you go. Okay, my little puzzled page here. It has a lot of flips. This flips up. It's just a principle. This is a side decoration that I want to remember. Yes, I want to remember everything. It's a side decoration. And this is just one piece of a principle that I cut up in a way that I can just, you know, this is a pocket now, but it flips up, it flips out. This is a pocket now, right? And I use some of my washi tape. But whenever you put it all together, it is actually a printable. And I never know what to do with printables, so this is what I did. And then on the other side, I love this little thing. There is like a tiny little picture in there. It's a hidden picture. And then you just, if you can, you just put this around the brad and it closes up. And I just love it. I didn't put anything on here because this is just like, it's nothing. And then poof, a tiny little picture. And then I have this. I wanted to remember, yes, I'm saying it again, that you can just sew a paper clip onto something and then go from there. It doesn't have to be glued or anything. You can sew it and then you can make a layout or whatever you want to do. And this way I keep this flip shut, and this way it's decorated as well. Here I have a little corsage. Do you call it a corsage? I just wanted to, you know, do it and have it in the book, and it becomes like a little, you can hold stuff here, right, for tickets or whatever. It's not very easy to push them in there, but it's not too hard either. But you have a little more writing spot, right? Doesn't it look pretty? And this is just a paint chip again in the background, And this is for me to remember that I can just use little charms and I can tie a little bow on my tags. Never done this before. I know some of the ideas are so simple that you would say like, oh my God, why would you put it into a book of ideas? You should know. But the thing is, no, I will forget. Here I made my own paperclip just out of, do I have wire here? Yeah. You know, like college blocks, they have this, so I rested it. And then I just turned it and turned it and turned it, and it became a paperclip to hold this picture, because here the idea is the button and little hanger from beads. There are a couple beads. This is the idea, to decorate pictures like that. And I hope I can stick it back on. And I need to slide you back in. Yeah, this is just like, I turned and turned and turned a piece of metal. And it became this, okay? I love this one. This one is just a pocket, but I have sewn, you know, I had these, what do you call them? Appliques? Small ones? They look like flowers. I had them from AliExpress forever and ever and ever now. And I have just sewn them on, and they are only in the middle, and they have, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of little small beads here. And then you sew down and put a bow on there, and this I just left as is. I love it. I love it, and I made it into a pocket. And then in the pocket I have this booklet where this is the idea, just to put a piece of lace or something that you can still see through. And then there is a picture, and you can write on it, of course, too. There's like a little couple journaling spots, and another little watercolor drawing. Because it's so easy, I need to have it here to remember. Whenever I want to do something, right there it is. This is my little pocket for my little tiny booklet. Oh, my hands don't like little tiny things, but it comes out of here. I know it. It doesn't stay in there. There you go. And what did I make it from? I forgot now. But it has here a little tiny tag, you know, and you could write on it. I believe it has, oh yeah, it has like 1, 2, 3. It's just folded up paper, but it's a little botanical book, I guess. You could also just leave the front and make this writable pages, but I had so many of these, I just glued them down there. And then I made a little pocket for it. Isn't it cute? And this is how junk journals become more and more decorated, right? And then the last page is this one, and it's, maybe I should not have made it into a page in the very back, I'm thinking. But this is just beads, and it's basically, you can put stuff behind. It will hold it. But isn't it kind of different and cool and different? It's interactive. You can play with it. It makes a sound. You know, you can beat it in any way you want. And it's just, I love it. I love it. You hear the sound? I love it. And then you can use it, like I said, to push stuff in there to keep it, you know, from falling out, even smaller stuff. So I think this is cool. I do. And this is it for the book. This is my 5th, I'm pretty sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 books of ideas right there. 4 books, 5 books. And like I said, this is just my favorite. I didn't have enough here, so it just, you know, I had leftover pieces laying around, and I just stitched them on top. And I love, love, love the cover. I love the jeans cover. And in between there is just an Amazon envelope, you know. And this is from the sides, from the jeans. So it's very sturdy and it looks good. And I can just take it and I can wrap it and stick it in here. And it's done and it holds shut and it looks good. Look, I love it. I love it. I'm glad I only made 2 signatures because the signatures were kind of, look at this one. This is like fat signature. This is not that big, but this one is really fat. So yeah, there we are. I just need to find a day where I can flip the other signature and do it again. I don't know, I might just keep it forever. But I hope you enjoyed this. Those are a lot of ideas. A lot of ideas. I don't know, I might make a video with like 100 ideas. 0 to 100, 100 to 200, you know, 100 ideas in each video, and it would be a few videos, you know, because all 4 books, 5 books, you want to see? This is the one I made prior to that, but the other ones, I don't know how I made it, which one first, which one second. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, and then I have 4, 5 books of ideas. Look at that, full with ideas. Okay, full with ideas. Full with ideas. Full. There is too many ideas out there. Oh look, even though I made kind of the same cover, they both look very different. This one is soft here. This one is not, because this one is a whole envelope. And this is cardstock. I put cardstock in between. So the spine is kind of harder, you know. And this is soft because there's nothing in between. So you can just move it. I love it. If you never made a jeans cover, just make one for your own journal. Because it's really cool. I don't know. I might just make something for myself. I would totally carry this with me. This is how soft. Like this I couldn't carry with me. I would be like, oh my God, it's going to get stuck. It's going to get opened. It's going to, you know, I couldn't put it into my bag or something. But this one I totally could. Because it feels very secure. You put it somewhere, you know, you take it with you if you wanted to. I don't think this would come apart. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are all healthy and happy and having a great day. Follow your heart. See you soon. Bye-bye.